It's even better. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
A strong message to the team right there.
Let's get nasty.
But that's the kind of leader he is. Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr by my side. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. A quick check now at the starting five from both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Zach Randolph.
And Kevin, what stands out to me is his array of moves down on the low block. The low post scoring, back to the basket game, that's what he does, and that's a valuable weapon for a team to have.
And he is also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few guys have been on the receiving end of one of his elbows when the rebound is up for grabs. He uses his body very well.
Coming in off the road, the 76ers are back in Philadelphia for this game. Now, fully recuperated from his injury, Dion Waiters is back into the mix.
Yeah, everybody's glad to see him back out there. It was surprising to me to see just how well they were able to cope with his injury. A lot of guys stepped up in his absence, and they hardly missed a beat.
Yeah, ironically, their confidence seemed to get a big boost when he was out. Not because of his absence, but because they were able to succeed and play well without him. And now you add him back into the mix. I mean, this could be something really special.
You know, when Randolph was younger, guys, he got a bad rap for making bonehead plays on the court, putting up ill-advised threes and committing foolish fouls and so on and so on. But since coming to Memphis, he's been as heady and as smart and as engaged a player as anyone at the 4 spot in the league. He's one of my favorite guys to watch work because he does it with skill, force, and understanding of the game.
So it's Philadelphia now after the miss from G.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Gotta love the teardrop. Just put it right over the defender.
Well, you talk about Randolph's understanding of the game. Not the biggest or the most athletic guy, but certainly, Steve, he finds ways to be effective.
Well, you know, Kevin, I was a teammate of his rookie season.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you could see then he had all kinds of skill and feel for the game. A terrific passer and just has a way of putting the ball in the basket.
Only played the one season at Michigan State.
That's right.
Marion, Indiana, Zach Randolph.
Didn't matter that he was surrounded. He was the guy who muscled everybody else out of the way to get that board.
Here's Butler. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, it's really hard to say that Lady Luck hasn't been smiling on the Cavs in the past few years. LeBron was lost a few years back, but ever since then, they've had tremendous luck in the NBA draft lottery and had the first overall pick in 2 of the last 3 years.
Going back to what you said about the Cavs, great luck for them indeed with 2 number 1s in 3 years. That's definitely how you turn a franchise around.
Well, you got to make sure you hit on those draft picks. And as of right now, I would say only Kyrie Irving is a sure thing. Dion Waiters, the jury's still out. Tristan Thompson looks like a nice player. He's getting better, and we'll find out with Anthony Bennett.
Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Randolph. Now the 76ers on the break. And it's Randolph slamming it down.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end. They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Cleveland. Advantage in 1 series. And, of course, Philadelphia, a couple spots below.
Well, right now for Philadelphia, they've been solid this year. I mean, they've got to be pretty pleased with how things have worked out for them so far.
Well, Clark, I think coming into the season, everybody thought they would be pretty good, but maybe not this good. I mean, they've been rock solid. They're competitive every single night. And this is a very good basketball team.
Randolph a screen. Here's McGee with the block. Here's G. And that one is hammered home.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Randolph, a screen on Irving. He kicks to Randolph. Hits the bucket. Randolph's got his third basket of the night.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Now here is McGee. He's coming off a 19-point game against Detroit.
And a phenomenal showing on the boards. His rebounding was a huge factor.
That shot wide open. G's got 5.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
All alone. A huge slam, the perfect end of a fast break. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Shot is off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, that was very sloppy in that first matchup. It was a poorly played game. And it turned into a blowout because they continued to turn the ball over and they didn't execute offensively.
Waiters dishes to Irving. The feed to G. Back to Irving. Pass to G. To halt the run. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And it's hard to forget what Steve mentioned. The turnovers really piled up last time.
Yeah, you know, Steve's always on top of it, as are you. You can bet their coach was on top of it as well and didn't let them forget about that. It was an embarrassing statistic and an embarrassing loss. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, and at least as I look at it.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
The Cavaliers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Well, you know, JaVale McGee was taken 18th overall out of Nevada back in 2008. You hear about teams reaching in the draft for size. Well, that wasn't the case this time. You look at this kid's physical gifts. I mean, the tallest standing reach in the NBA. He stands alone in that category.
Zeller with the double team. Irving. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. He dishes it to Waiters. Waiters off a bit from Zeller. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And for JaVale McGee, not just long, but also athletic. You think of him in the dunk contest, dunking 2 balls on 2 baskets at once. It's a very creative way to go at it.
It's incredible to watch McGee out on the floor, dunking, blocking shots, running like a deer. Still very young, 25 years of age, but he can get a lot better, I think, with his game as he develops his skills.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
Now here's Mayo. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz. A nice shot by Yee.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Outside Irving. It's hauled in by Moultrie. And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
The 76ers leading by 8. Here's E. He's coming off a 37-point game against Utah.
It wasn't just offense either, Kevin, and he was so disruptive defensively. I don't remember how many steals he had, but, man, he was dominant out there.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
Well, Mike Brown hired back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got a chance to know him a little bit when he's an assistant with the Pacers early in his coaching career and was let go by the Cavs back in 2010. Family laid down roots in Cleveland, and I think he's glad to be back.
Just 5 to shoot, and James Anderson is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Back to Thompson. Clock at 6. The kick out to Jack. And now the fast break. Anderson with the ball. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. In third, the Cavaliers.
This team takes smart three-point shots. That's one of the reasons, Kevin, they're amongst the league leaders in three-point percentage. They don't just hoist up crazy threes. They get quality looks from behind that arc.
Both free throws good from Anderson. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Dishes to Jack. E with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Now here is Jack. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Now Miles. Felix. Sweet little floater.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Gets it to go. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Utah Jazz.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
And it's checked in for Cleveland. 6 to shoot. White the pass to E. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. Second in scoring. Second in field goal percentage. And they're ranked third in outside shooting. Three-point percentage, that is.
And I think what's most impressive when you talk about those points per game is the fact that they're spreading it around. This is a very unselfish team. They work to get good shots every time down the floor, and they become a very efficient offensive team.
Back to White. He kicks to E. The three, and the shot is good. E's got 18 points.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Pass to Jack. And that one's good.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Chris Middleton's checked in for Philadelphia. Poked away, stolen by Thompson. The dish to Miles. Takes it from 10. Oh, that's blocked. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And so here is Philadelphia. 9-point game. Wide, a screen on Jack. He kicks to White. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, he's a full court man. And what I mean by that is he has no problem just taking the ball coast to coast on the break, sometimes on his own, or, you know, if he prefers finding an open wing runner. Either way, the ability to create easy points for his team.
And Steve, you look at him, he is a banker. I mean, he really enjoys the physical aspect of the game.
Feeds it to Jack. Hits the front of the rim and out. Nice shot by Bennett.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
There's the pick. Thompson comes with the double team. White dishes to E. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Karsov's checked in. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Bennett kicks to Karsov. Cleveland the rebound. The kick out to Jack. He feeds it to Bennett. And the pass to Karsov. He dishes it to Thompson. Here's Karsov. Drops in the tray. Karsov's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's E.